Gosh, people from Drogheda.
Cutting review
Yeah.
from Drogheda.
Well,
And am I to understand that,
Dundalk is Springfield,
yeah,
yeah.
we have a similar thing, Bray Greystones.
Look it up.
Ah,
I don't have this particular remix, I have the original.
You're, of course, coming here straight from your 30-minute set at Beyond the Pale. Is that true from main stage?
Well, I've seen a lot of Instagram stories from people I've never experienced in my life. But it was my first time experiencing something like that, so the novelty was there. But it wore off very, very quickly. Simon Flynn in front of us in the black and blue Grand Game.ie rash guard. John Byrne in the black and red. Will admit, don't know too much about Simon. John was a long time MMA fighter out of SBG. Gym and business owner now these days. Huge bicep, as we can see.
Yeah. Yeah. That's certainly the first thing that I saw. And then the second thing I saw was the tight pants.
We did have a bit of an issue with them the last time, do you remember? We brought it up a few times.
It's not for me. Look.
I wouldn't see you grappling in spats, would I?
No.
Vale Tudo shorts, maybe at a push.
No. No. Look, wouldn't hold it against you. Would certainly draw the eye, though. Both men here not keen to pull guard. One thing that we do often see in these 10-minute kind of submission-only formats is, I think I might have spoke about this in our last outing, is often a tendency, I don't want to say waste time, because I'm not suggesting that the lads are not being active here. I suppose a better way to say this is I hate for the guys to see a long match perhaps go to a decision where only a small part of the action was actually
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and that's not to say that this isn't enjoyable, but it's that it's hard to pick a winner in this part. You know, it's hard to impress a judge when it's kind of clinching and hand fighting, which is obviously an important element. And I'm sure the well-educated crowd here in Civic Theatre in Tallaght, the home of Leinster grappling, will appreciate these tie-ups, these attempts for underhooks, a bit of Russian tie action going on. But will it score?
Both of these men wishing that, there we go, wishing that maybe the Grapple Club were in attendance if there was going to be a foot sweep or a throw, you know, to get that slow motion sort of takedown. Maybe that was the thought.
I can pull up the slow motion camera here on the
iPhone
14 Pro Max.
Look at this.
Didn't know they still made those.
That's a 12, yeah, I think.
Reduce, reuse,
Smashed
recycle.
to bits, but look at the coordination going on here.
Yeah, look. Say no more.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to one of Ireland's newest black belts. All around handsome man sitting over there in the corner. Could be a contender into the Master 1 black belt category next year, Chris. It's
Who's
Tommy
this?
Martin.
Well, congratulations. Beautiful little build up to the dogfight there. Back body lock.
One hook in. So they have our back to us, Chris, so we just can't fully see the... Oh, we can on the screen there. Good hand fighting going on here. When you're stuck in this position of a body triangle, what's the first thing that you're thinking you should be doing if you're trying to escape it?
I have a famously weak core, so you'll get a wince out of me.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll get a wince out of me from the body triangle for sure.
You never tapped it though.
No, I wouldn't seem to tap to it, no. So extending my bottom leg here, right leg, trying to get a little bit of rotation of the hips, try to face, especially when the hands are separated, during the hand fight, kind of try to hit a hard switch to arrive in the close guard. I've also got trademark the Letty lockpick, which would be, we'll see if we can kind of spot it here again. So if I'm the defending man here, I take my left hamstring, I'll lock it over their left shoelaces. You know the old, when they cross their feet.
Yeah, from the outside, yeah.
Look, the Letty lockpick has
It's
saved
a legitimate technique.
It's saved me many times. Many times. Sometimes you get the submission of a less experienced foe. Sometimes you get a bit of a panic, which will allow you to readjust the hips. Sometimes you get nothing and you just get choked. But the hand fight looks strong here.
Ireland's own Tom Halpin once explained to me that from this body triangle, if you keep your left foot on the inside of the leg, you will not get foot locked from that position. You can be vulnerable here on the outside, obviously. Tom experienced the Letty lock at some point in his career, but if I am Simon here, his right hand trying to actively circle it onto John's wrist, because he went for the arm trap a moment ago, but I feel that the most successful way of doing that always has to be cross wrist control, or as they might call it over in Austin, Texas, the straight jacket system. So what he's doing here in terms of trying to push that far hand down, now this is much better. There you go.
And what a call from Andy Mack. And should he have the flexibility, if you can re-triangle the legs here.
Yeah, then it's even better. You'd need a ganglia leg in you for that. You'd need a Marcus Phelan leg.
Well, it's actually the signature technique of a friend of mine, Newcastle-based grappler, Ellis Younger. I believe
hit it last week.
Yeah, hit it last week. Now that man has a long leg.
And I tell you what, you wouldn't catch Andrew McGahan or Chris Letty. We have the utmost respect to these athletes. There'd be no passive-aggressive commentary like there was on Polaris last week. I don't know if you had picked that up on Ellis's match.
Yeah, I watched Shane Fishman's match, and now hold on a minute.
I just hope we don't become the Spanish announce table in this situation here.
No. Coach there calling for the hula hoop to shake him off, which I enjoyed. I see what he's saying.
The crowd would have ate that up.
Yeah.
Early way to start the fun.
Now, we did speak about Byrne's biceps, but there's a lot to be said for Flynn's triceps, Andrew. Look at these things.
That's my first flaw of the evening there, falling to a Chris Letty line. We have a great view of the left one here anyway.
Noticed them both there when they were both posted on the floor. Elbow and full extension.
Surely, in your opinion, an essential part of any grappler's
2/3 of your upper arm mass, Andrew.
The tricep is.
Big arms, you got to work the triceps. Here we go.
We're on it now.
Here we go. Oh,
good work from John in terms of disentangling from that.
Now I'd like to see a little bit more lateral movement here from Byrne, unless, and this is what I might be expecting if I'm the bottom man here. Now here we go. He's starting to move laterally now, but when I'm seated and I see a man kind of stationary in front, I'm expecting a jump to the head. I'm expecting perhaps a flying attack, and I think you can disguise those a little bit better when you get to stepping. Yeah, options is always key. Now a Kimura from bottom half guard here, a technique that Chris Letty built his blue and purple belt career around.
Attacking the Kimura from the bottom half?
Yes, and systematically took apart piece by piece Irish grappling, the scene.
All right.
There was many phenoms taken out with the Kimura from bottom side. I've since removed it from my repertoire, though.
Any particular reason?
It just doesn't go the same way as it used to, you know. Just doesn't pop.
Like I suppose we're on a bit like opposite journeys here. Do you know what I mean? Because we're both in our early 30s. You were obviously jacked in your 20s. I was malnourished. Now the tables have turned. You know, now I'm the jacked one, and you've lost a bit of mass over the years.
Look,
all for the better, I should say.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. How old are you?
31.
31.
Yeah.
35 myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stefan was saying to me earlier on, I still don't look a day over 24.
Must be seeing some rugged 24-year-olds out your way, Stefan. Stefan lives next door to a coal mine. Now back to the action here. This is a position that Chris Letty enjoys, this kind of leg weave position that Byrne has opted for here. Really needs to try to beat this top knee. We got a parole. Is that the end of the fight? That's going to be a hard one to call now for the... Well, I say that. Surely the body triangle and the back attacks. Yeah, and there you go.
We're going to have to go to Simon here. John definitely game in certain positions, hard to submit. I think Simon will look back at that maybe when they're in the lab tomorrow morning, not being able to capitalise off the arm trap position that he secured from the back. But
after 10 minutes, we have a winner by unanimous decision, Simon Flynn.
So far 3-0 for the blue corner.
Yep. I don't know what they're feeding them in that blue corner, but